Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new episode of Nostalgia Bait. Today, yes I am your host, but I'm not exactly the host of Nostalgia Bait. I'm the host of a brand new game show titled Would I Be Nostalgic For You? And today, we have not my co-host, my unwilling participant. It's George Sheard, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know what's going on at all.
Welcome to the brand new nostalgia-based game show titled Would I Be Nostalgic For You, George? Today,
Would I be nostalgic for you? You're doing
Yeah.
a game?
yeah, welcome, welcome. I told you to study last week. I gave you a hint.
Fuck, I didn't. Oh no. Well, hang on. So just to clarify for the audience, who might be somehow, I don't know how they're more confused than me, but they're probably somewhat there. Like about a year ago, we did a surprise episode where I didn't tell Cooper what the plan was, and I just went in and we talked about your TV show that you were in online. And this is your turn to do it.
It's my turn.
And you're doing. So what is it? Am I nostalgic for you?
Would I be nostalgic for you?
It's just like, would I lie to you?
Possibly. I might just rip the title.
God.
I'll never know. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Britton, for the first episode, the pilot of Would I Be Nostalgic For You, we have pulled an unwilling participant through time and space who had no idea he was going to be here on a beautiful Monday afternoon, Monday evening. George, this game show is made up of 4 rounds where you will build money and earn money to win at the end of this game show.
So you're hosting this. Hosting this, and I'm answering questions.
Yeah, this is how this works.
Oh my god!
I don't know how it's going to go, but I think I hope it'll be fun.
We're definitely you're gonna have to do some like quiz theme music shit on this. I know we're recording this like 3 days before it comes out.
I did debate dressing up, but I thought I've got nothing to put on that would be able to scream game show host. But George, today we have 4 rounds each where you'll be building money throughout those rounds. We're going to have a fun time. It's nothing too serious, of course. We can have some conversations.
Okay.
George, would you like to hear what help you possibly have today, or would you like to hear what rounds you're going to be competing in today?
I'd like to know what's going on. I'd like to know, is this like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
This is more like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire than anything. So I have came up with 4 rounds, which you can do whatever rounds in whatever order you would like to. Each question is worth a certain amount of money. If you get it right, you win the money. If you don't get it wrong, you don't win the money. Simple as that.
Do I actually win money?
You will actually win the money. I have a man standing in the backstage with a big check with your name on it, ready to write out with how much you win at the end of this game show.
Didn't catch him when I walked in today.
He will be bursting through your bedroom door, handing you a big check with your name on it.
Well, I do live in London. Doesn't surprise me.
So each round has a different.
More aggressive. Sorry, go on.
Each round has a different number of questions. Some could be 10 questions, some could be 4 questions. You never know.
Okay.
And each round is worth a different amount of money. George, we will go through what the 4 rounds are today, and then I'll talk about your lifelines.
Well, okay, yeah, cool.
We'll go through the 4 rounds, we'll discuss the lifelines, we'll see how you feel, and then we'll crack on and see which round you want to start with. Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it. I'm
gassed
by this. This is great.
George, your 4 rounds today are Nostalgia Bait, which will be worth £100 per answer.
Ooh.
You have commercials, which will be worth £200 per answer.
Commercials, okay.
We have a beautiful round called What Year, where you'll be guessing what year certain things came out, and they are worth £150 per answer.
Okay.
And then we have
real money.
And then we have the playground round, which is worth £200 again per answer. I'm not giving you any more details. That's all you're getting for now.
I don't know, mate. That's a little bit.
And you will have to go into the round to find out what it's going to be about.
Let's go. What?
And then your 3 lifelines.
I can't stress enough to those who are watching or listening. I have no idea what's going on. And this is an insane level of detail and planning put into this.
Exactly. I came up with this idea like 2 weeks ago, and it was like, I was like, do you know what? I have to do this. It's just too funny.
That's brilliant.
George, your 3 lifelines, boons, help, whatever you want to call them today. So we have the Tesco's yellow sticker reduction. You will get a question correct outright.
Oh, I love it.
However, you will only get half the money.
Okay, Tesco reduction. I'm going to write them down so I can remember.
Yeah, so you'll get the question correct outright, but you'll only get half the money for it. Because obviously it's a reduction.
Clever.
You will, and then the next lifeline we have is ask the Discord. You may ask the Discord of a question or anything similar to the question. Doesn't have to be the exact question. And what we'll do is we'll come back at the very end of this episode when we're tallying up the money and check to see if anyone's given you an answer. And then the last one is ask your co-host. I might be the host of this game show today, but I am your podcast co-host, and to be fair, I'll probably just give you the answer, but it depends. I was going
to say how, because you're gonna know the answer. That's a really...
Yeah, but if you piss me off, I'm not giving you it.
Okay. You know, George, you're one of the best friends I've ever had. Mate. You're really nice.
Wow, what a great game show!
I know
you're
getting your hair cut tomorrow, but I think it looks really nice today.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, mate. How are you feeling? Nervous, excited,
actually, yeah, a little bit excited. I'm liking
it made
this.
me laugh today when you text me just before we recorded this saying I am absolutely knackered. I've had like a full-on weekend. I was like, this is not the time to be doing this. Talk about kick a man while he's down.
Lovely, relaxing podcast recording.
Yeah, lovely, relaxing game show podcast recording. So George, we have our 4 rounds: Nostalgia Bait, Commercials, What Year, and Playground.
Which one's worth the most again? Sorry.
So commercials and playground are £200. They're because I think they're slightly harder. What year is 150, and then Nostalgia Bait is £100 per answer, specifically because some of the questions have multiple answers.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Let's start with Nostalgia Bait. Let's go.
Yeah.
For it. Yeah.
Round 1, Nostalgia Bait, George. So this is
how many questions are there?
So this is 5 questions. Some questions have 1 answer, some have 2 or 3 answers, and you'll get £100 per correct answer you get.
Okay.
Are you ready to dive right in with question 1?
Let's do it. Okay, I'm nervous now.
George, we have a beautiful little segment on our podcast that we do at the end of every episode called Just News. It's become a highlight for both of us. It's an amazing little segment.
Yes.
And it's started from the very beginning, episode 1. We both
chose
our original Just News stories.
I can name that. Oh.
George, what were both of our first Just News stories?
I can remember yours.
I have been digging through episodes today to find this stuff. Like, you will see some of our episodes have gained random views today, and it's me.
Yours is the Ken Allen one.
Correct. That is one correct answer. That is £100 for you, George. That is my number one was Ken Allen.
Did we do one on the first episode, or did we not?
You did one on the first episode, and I found it today. Well, I didn't find it. I went through the recording planner and looked at it.
Oh man, fuck. I'm honestly I am not.
You can choose to not get it. You can choose to skip it.
No, I'm happy to not get that one. I don't want to use any of my lifelines on the first
That's fine.
question.
So your first Just News story was a plane that got turned around because someone farted during the flight.
You know, I thought it was about a plane. I thought it was about a plane.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That was your first Just News story. So George, that's £100. Okay. You got half of the question right. Well done.
Oh, I do get money from that.
Yeah. So it's £100 per correct answer. So you got Ken Allen correct. So there's two things. You get 100. I thought it was unfair to do that.
Are you keeping
I'm
track?
keeping track. Yeah. So Ken Allen, £100. Ken Allen, for anyone that doesn't know, there was an escaped animal at Cincinnati Zoo, and they decided to reminisce on an orangutan called Ken Allen.
I should actually pull something up here. Hang on. I can't remember when it was. This is important. This is relevant. I promise. I'm not just completely like cutting this off sideways. Someone actually sent us on an Instagram something about Ken Allen recently.
No way.
And was like, this is one of my and this is like more than a year after we did it, and it just said, I'll shout at them. Olo Harrow. They sent something. What was it? A big fan of the podcast, especially just news compilations. Really funny. Thought I'd send this post as one of the best stories you covered on this podcast, and it's another Ken Allen story that I don't remember us talking about, which is Ken Allen, an orangutan in the San Diego Zoo, became famous for his many successful escapes. During his escapes, he would peacefully stroll around the zoo looking for other animals. He never acted aggressively towards patrons, but he would throw rocks at Otis, another orangutan he despised.
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, So that was my first one that I found. So yeah, thank you very much. Again, nice little reminiscence. So, some nostalgia for you. We are nostalgic for nostalgia already.
Very good.
Let's move on to question 2, George. We do a lot of top 5s on this podcast. We've done a lot of top 5s.
No.
Some great moments, some not so great moments, some great takes, some not so great takes. One of my most horrific takes is putting KSI in my top 5 albums.
Yeah,
My question for you today
vividly.
is, which spot did I put him in?
Third.
What? Locking it in?
Fourth.
Is that your final answer? Correct. I just decided fourth place.
You know what? I always thought it was third, and I've
did
got
I.
a memory of me saying third, and you going, "No, I put it fourth." Actually,
We said, because we had a conversation the other week, I'm pretty sure, arguing where it was, and I went in today and looked, because there's a clip on the channel. If you go back, there's a clip on the channel of me putting it says fourth place. So, well done, George. That is another £100 in the bank for you.
Yeah, look at that. I was
tallying up on the big check. Question 3. We have been doing the YouTube channel side of this for over a year now, starting from episode 15 onwards from Just News Volume 1. Yeah. What video episode is our most viewed on for Nostalgia Base?
Oh, you're a twat. You're an absolute twat. That could literally be anything. Oh, God. Okay, well, it's definitely one from about half a year ago, because that was when it did really well.
Mm-hmm. Let's see where he goes for. This is where his brain's ticking through. Let's have a think. What could it be? I had my guesses when I looked at this question today.
It's not what I think it is. It's not. I don't think it's a Doctor Who one, and that's why it's confusing. Because it will be one of those ones that just sort of in the gap of that.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to give me the episode number. If you just get what the general episode is about, what the title might be, I'll give you. It doesn't have to be the exact title.
I'm trying to remember what.
So you don't think it's Doctor Who? You think it's something?
There was a spell of good, well-performing episodes. There was the Alien episode that wasn't it, because there was another one after that did really well.
Yeah,
there was a couple of that had been meeting celebrities. I think did quite well, but it was around that time. You know, I'm gonna say. It's wrong, but as an educated guess, I'm going to say the Doctor Who series ranking, the one where I've got like bold hair in the thumbnail,
the one where we rank the series worst to best. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think so.
So George, I will take you through our top 5 on our YouTube channel. So with 1.2k, our Doctor Who Series 2 review has done very well. Thank you for that. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's watched these episodes.
Thanks,
done very well. Our Just News Volume 2 at 5th place, 4th place, sorry, with 1.2k 9 months ago.
I forgot about that, did do really well, yeah.
3rd place, our top 5 albums of all time with 1.3k views.
Shit, that did do well, yeah.
2nd place, our Brain Rot episodes. We answer your questions, accents, brain rot.
Oh, God, yeah, that did do really well. I forgot about that.
1.5k. And number 1, well done, is ranking Doctor Who series from worst to best, Nostalgia Bit 31.
And it's the one with me with the shaved head in the thumbnail.
The one with you, the shaved head, mewing, by the way, in the thumbnail. So I clearly haven't looked.
Rest in peace, the Mew man, by the way.
That's true, actually, yeah, true.
Yeah, he died.
R.I.P. God bless.
Like Johnny Mew or something. I don't know.
Something like that. So when I looked at this today, I still thought it was I knew the Brain Rot one did very, very, very well, but I didn't realise all the other ones that have done very well. Just New Volume 2, I did not know was up there. Doctor Who Series 2 review, I did not know was up there. And the albums one, I didn't know it was up there as well. But with 1.9k views, the Doctor Who Series Worst to Best, which is a banger episode.
Yeah,
so well done, George. That is another...
I can't believe I got that. I'm chuffed with that. I genuinely didn't think it was Doctor Who one. I really didn't.
That is another £100 in the bank, George.
We'll move on rolling
to question 4. I think a key moment in the Nostalgia Bit franchise is when George shaved his head. I think it's a canon event in the Nostalgia Bit storyline. My question is for you, George. Is what episode did you reveal to me that you'd shaved your head, and which episode did you? It's the same episode. Did you tell me the story of you shaving your head? You can give me the title of it, of which episode you think it is. I will give you a bonus £100 if you give me the number. Which episode do you know, or do you think it was?
Doctor Who at the Proms, and I think it's episode 29.
Oh my God, that's £200 in the bank, George. That is very well done.
On that one. That's the one I remember so vividly, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, for obvious reasons. That is. saw the BBC Proms, what I went to see, the fantasy one, you went to see the Doctor Who one, and that's episode 29. Very well done.
Thumbnail is Bold George, Catherine Tate, and Ncuti Gatwa. I know it too well.
yeah.
I know it too well.
So good. Question 5, our final question for this round.
Okay.
There are 4 answers to this one.
Oh, come on.
So, George, last year we did our first ever Christmas special for Nostalgia Bait. It was a whirlwind and a roller coaster. We did so many different things for that episode. We started out in chairs. We ended behind a bar.
I know you're going to ask me.
Behind a bar, we decided to go and have a bit of a sing-song. Specifically, we sang 4 different Christmas songs, whether they're together or whether they're on our own, for £100 per Christmas song. Bollocks. Can you name me the 4 Christmas songs that we sang?
So I only get 4 guesses. If I get any wrong, that's...
If you get one wrong, that's your guess done. I need 4 locked in. You need to go, I need these 4. I need you to go... Okay. You can toy around with it, but I need you to go...
I'll toy around first. So I know... White Christmas, definitely. I'm sure we sung White Christmas because I'm dreaming of a white. We did that. I remember the visual. I sung a Sabrina Carpenter Christmas song. I can't remember which one it was. I can't remember if it was Nonsense Christmas or whether it was the other one, but I can't remember the name of the other one.
I'll give you a hint, excluding that one. However, I'll give you a bonus of 100 for getting that because I literally have a thing below this saying we sang 2 other songs during it. One right at the very end that you did, and one other one during the episode, for a bonus 100 each. So Sabrina Carpenter is one of them. So Sabrina Carpenter we did during the episode, and I'll give you £100 for that. We then did 4 more Christmas songs at the back end of the episode, and then you did 1 more just song in general right at the end of the episode.
It wasn't a Christmas song.
But it wasn't a Christmas song. See if you can get the Christmas songs first, and then have a think what the final song might have been. Because I forgot about this as well until I saw it today.
So hang on. So it's not including the Sabrina Carpenter.
Not including the Sabrina Carpenter one. But I'll give you
all at the end of the episode. All at the end of the episode.
All at the end of the episode. Or once we moved post bar.
Right, okay. White Christmas.
Some were together, some were on our own.
I know. That's what I'm trying to remember because I read something. I spoke to the camera while you sang, and then vice versa. I remember this. I do remember this, but I can't remember what we sang. I think you sang "It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas" because that's very on brand for you. With the bit of the bubble.
Bit of the bubble.
I think. White Christmas we sung together. You sang that. I sang Sabrina though. That's all I remember.
There's 2 other ones. I promise you, I've been through the episode.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah.
So
I know the non-Christmas one. I'm just holding out on that one.
I'll give you. This is a hard one. I'll give you some sort of hint. So White Christmas is correct.
Yeah,
White Christmas was your solo song.
Was it?
You did that on your own.
It was.
I spoke
over
it.
Was. We sung it together in the middle of the episode. That's what I'm remembering. Yes.
So you did White Christmas right at the very end.
White Christmas.
Andrew, White Christmas.
Yeah.
What was the other one you said? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Was one of our duet songs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you're missing one more duet song and my solo song.
I think maybe I'm just making this up, but this would be really funny if it is because that it would make sense. But I was pissed and I can't remember. What's the Baby It's Cold Outside?
Correct. That was our other duet song.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah. There's one more and I did it on my own.
One more Christmas song.
And I did it on my own. To seal the full 400 without talking about bonus money. To seal... You've got 300 so far, George.
God, you can tell you've been working for a few months, the amount of bonus money hanging around. I can't remember what it is. I'm sorry, I really can't remember.
You can't remember what my solo song is.
I know what the non-Christmas song.
Do you want to give me the non-Christmas song?
I think it was "My Way" by Frank Sinatra.
Correct. That
would make sense. I've had a couple drinks. Yeah,
that is £500 in the bank, George.
All right,
if you're gonna pass on. My solo song was Michael Bublé's version of Santa Baby, whilst you spoke over it. because I
Yes, it is.
I
Yes,
was
it
skimming
is.
through it today. Right, this is funny. I was skimming through today, and I hit honestly, it's such a weird frame, and I couldn't find it afterwards. It's a really like sultry frame where we look at each other in the eyes whilst I'm singing Santa Baby, and you're talking to the camera. And honestly, it looks so bizarre, but I couldn't find it afterwards. It was just like a freeze frame on YouTube, and then it skipped forward, and I couldn't find it. So
That's brilliant.
It's another £500 in the bank for you,
Wow.
George. Well done.
So what's the total at the minute?
Your total after that round is £1,000. Well done.
Wow,
That is
man.
after
Look at
round one with 0 lifelines as well, George. That is very, very, very impressive. How are you feeling? So now you're in the groove of things. How are you feeling? How are you enjoying it? What are you thinking?
You're doing the standard like game show host thing.
Of course. Hey, I've got time to fill. Hey, hour long episode.
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I feel great, man. Thanks. Yeah, I'm proud that I haven't used any lifelines.
Yeah.
I'm proud that I've got most of them right.
Yeah, I'm very impressed. I'm very, very, very impressed.
I'm impressed. I'm
Yeah.
surprised. I'm about as surprised as you probably
Yeah.
are, to be honest.
This is where it's probably going to go a bit downhill because these questions are a lot harder.
Yeah, because I think I sort of started with the easy nostalgia bit ones.
Yeah.
Let's fire into it. So let's do.
Our next
I'll
round
let-
are commercials.
I'll let you pick it.
What year
I'll
and
let you
playground?
pick what round. What round would you like to?
What round I would like you to do? Do you know what? Let's throw it into commercials.
Okay.
Because I think we might burn some life. So these are £200 per answer. There's only 4 questions for this one.
Commercials, or as people in the UK call it, adverts. It's okay.
Yeah, we're trying to get an international audience here. We're trying to get that Universal and Paramount funding. So
Yeah.
these are commercials or questions about commercials that I find quite nostalgic. If you haven't already guessed, there's a nostalgic theme to this episode.
Yeah.
So
funny that.
Here we go. In 2013, question 1, I Am Brew released a series of adverts depicting people drinking the drink to get them through hard times. Do you remember these adverts, George?
Very vaguely.
Very vaguely.
Very vaguely.
Some of these adverts included a blind date between 2 Scots and a Scottish father meeting the new English boyfriend. My question for you today is, one of these adverts also included a Scottish family naming their newborn daughter. What is the name of the baby?
Because that's the one I was thinking, and the other one I didn't know what you were going to ask about that one.
I'm so glad you know this. What
Fanny.
was the name? Well done. That is £200 in the bank for you, George.
Isn't he like, I want to call her Fanny?
Yeah. The mother goes, I want to call her Fanny, and he goes, you can't call her Fanny. and then the grandma pipes in and goes, me granny was a fanny, me mammy was a fanny, and I'm a fanny. One of, if not my favourite advert of all time. Genuinely, like, it is such genius marketing and
I'm
like
chuffed with
properly
that.
hits
Let's
home
go.
For like nostalgia for me. Well done, George. That is £200.
You know what? You're doing a really good job of tying
Thank
everything back into like nostalgic stuff.
Well, that was the idea that I came up with. Is like, it's funny to do because I have quite a lot of stuff that I'm nostalgic for, and that's
You
where
might
the idea
have
came
lost.
from.
You might have lost the American audience a little bit with the Iron Brew
That's true,
question,
yeah.
but
These are very... I'm not going to lie. I've called this commercials. These are very British questions. These are really British questions. Question 2, George.
Okay.
Finish the famous British commercial catchphrase. Auto glass repair.
Auto glass replace.
That's £200, George.
Do you know that they do that in different countries as well?
Do they?
So in like different countries, it's a different name for each company depending on the location and the language.
Way.
And they use the same jingle, but they just say that. So I think it was Portugal. When I went to Portugal, it's car glass, but then advert is car glass repair, car glass replace.
Oh my god!
Same thing.
Wow,
They have
I
it
didn't know
everywhere.
that.
They have it
That
everywhere.
is so good. That's £200 in the bank, George. This reminded me because I saw the clip of have you seen the clip when Jay Slater went missing and they were on the news talking about it, and he went and he said, have you not seen this clip?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not James Bond. I can't remember what his name is. And they were like, have you tried, like the rescue teams tried shouting auto glass repair, to see if he shouts back auto glass replace.
I can't believe you've thrown a Jay Slater reference into the podcast.
There you go.
But,
Nostalgic winner. There you go.
This is not on Just News.
Yeah, that's true. Question 3, George.
Okay.
The phrase, you buy one, you get one free. I said you buy one, you get one free.
You get one free, yeah.
Was used by a company called SafeStyle UK all the way through the 2010s and early 2000s.
Okay. Yeah,
Can you tell me what they were actually selling?
Doors.
Incorrect,
Windows.
George. Oh, incorrect, George. It was indeed window frames.
It is Windows frames, but it looked like doors. I can picture the advert.
Frames.
I can picture him walking through a white and going, "You buy one, you get one free." I say, "You buy one, you get one free."
Right, the special going on. Yeah. I'm sorry, George. Incorrect. It was window frames you were looking for.
It's annoying because I can picture the advert as well.
Exactly,
I'll accept that. I'll put my hands
accept
up.
That. And
You
for
got
the
me.
for the fourth and final question of this commercial, I have to say you've done so well in this commercial.
I'm smashing it. I'm not even,
I was
not
really
even...
worried that there was going to be such niche references that you just wouldn't get at all.
You forget we're in the same generation.
That's true. Yeah, we are the same generation. The fourth and final question of this round is: these were described as the cutest shoe. Oh yeah, in the early 2010s. Can you name me what the shoe brand is?
I'd like
they
to
were
ask
described.
the host.
They were described as the cutest shoe. Oh yeah, can you name me the shoe around? Are you confirming that you're going to use?
Yeah, I'm going to ask the host. I have no idea with that one. How nice. Before I do, you're such a lovely co-host, and you've done such a good job so far, and you've been really tying the nostalgic elements in. It's really good so far.
George, do you not remember the Lely Kelly, the cutest shoe? Oh yeah, the Lely Kellys, they are so cool. Oh yeah.
I personally was a sort of Skechers man myself.
Were you a Skechers man yourself?
Yeah, it's all right.
I will give you this one, George.
I do. That does ring a bell.
Because you've been so kind. I will give you that the answer is Lely Kelly's. Well done. That's another £200 on the bank.
Lock in Lely Kelly as my final answer, please, boss.
Oh my God, George, you are so intelligent. Well done. It's like you have a man speaking in your ear.
Except not the man who's going to blow my fucking back doors. No, maybe not.
Whoa, George! What you do with your winnings is for buying closed doors. Next round.
Yeah, go on.
Well done for the commercials round, George. You've done very well in that commercials round. We're getting through this. You are cooking on gas for this.
I am, man. Look at me.
2 more rounds left. We have the playground round, and we have the what year round. What are you feeling? £150 for the what year round, £200 for the playground round. How are you feeling? What are you thinking? You're going to go playground.
Because I feel like that's the one that's going to throw me the most, and I want to make sure that I use the lifelines properly.
Yeah. So, George, this round is all about when you're back in school. Let's throw back a little bit where, when you're playing out in the yard, playing out in the playground.
I don't think I should be throwing it back in the school. That seems a bit inappropriate.
I mean, with what you were talking about before, we never know. But
that was about a mysterious man and not a playground.
These are all questions revolving around schools, revolving around playground games, and school games in general.
I didn't have any friends, man. I wasn't fucking popular.
George was busy playing Doctor Who in the playground in school.
I was.
Exactly.
I genuinely was.
I know you were.
I didn't play. Look, if you didn't take like a Crayola colouring pen outside and point it like it's a sonic screwdriver, you haven't really lived, have you?
That's true, yeah. I used to play like Batman and Brave and stuff in the yard. That's what I remember. So,
can I tell you something about playing in the playground before we start? Just a nice little introduction to this.
Yeah.
I will say in advance, right? This is just a very poorly aged bit from. Remember, this was like 2010, right? And this is just school kids in 2010. Now, I moved to this school, which I'm not going to name.
Yeah.
Obviously. But there was a playground, and there was a circle in the middle of the playground that I used to pretend was my TARDIS console.
I know what you're going to say.
Just wait for it. So I would like when I moved there, I would play around that circle, pretending it was TARDIS console, because it was like a big square and then a hole in the middle, like a circle in the middle of the pitch. So I was like, oh, the circle is the TARDIS console. I was like, imagination, man. You're fucking 10 years old.
Yeah.
All of the like playing around with the controls and stuff, and you get out the TARDIS, you go on an adventure, and you got your fucking Crayola pen.
Yeah.
It's colour green to like Matt Smith Sonic.
Yeah.
And it was only about a couple of years into that school that I found out that it was more affectionately known as the gay hole.
I can't believe you just admitted that. I cannot believe.
Look, that's more of a criticism. Look, I'm the normal one. I was using it as a TARDIS console.
That is true, yeah.
The other kids, they're the homophobic ones. Fuck them. How about that?
That's true.
How about
Amen,
that?
brother. You know what? I rate you for your imagination. Genuinely, I remember when you used to run around the playground, the yard, as we call it in the UK.
The yard.
Your Doctor Who games, the yard. Playing your Doctor Who games, and I was the same. We used to.
I was going to say good save.
I had a friend in school that we created our own universe where we always had a dream about making a video game called Gonzalez. Don't know where the name came from, but it was two main characters. One was
Speedy
called Gun, one was
Gonzalez?
called Zarlis. Probably. That's probably where it came from.
Gonzalez, right?
Yeah.
That's not
So
bad.
there you go.
You know,
Yeah,
for that age,
that was
that's
what we used to do.
pretty good. That's a pretty good. Someone will nick
Yeah.
that if you don't copyright that.
I know.
Jesus.
Nostalgia be claimed by the brand. Let's get into the
Okay.
first question. You still have 2 of your lifelines left
Yep.
for this round.
Okay.
George, question 1. When playing tag, the act of crossing your fingers and not being able to get tagged is called what?
Sorry. You're playing tag and you're crossing your fingers.
I hope people are playing along at home because I hope people are screaming this answer at their big tellies while they're watching this.
Am I on the big telly? Oh my god. They're crossing their fingers so they don't get tagged.
Yeah. When I used to play tag in school,
I think we call the person who does that a cunt. But I don't know. I
correct answer. I'm joking.
I don't. I'm struggling whether to use a lifeline on this because I don't know if I should. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll ask the Discord on this one.
Yeah. Go ahead, George. You can either ask them the question or you can ask them something like a similar version to the question.
Okay, right.
So it's up to you how you phrase it.
Right.
And I will be checking that you're only asking about this question.
Right. I'm gonna go at here.
Let's hope.
In the Nostalgia Bit chat.
Yeah.
Random question. What is it called in a game of tag when you cross your fingers so that you can't get tagged? I don't want to tag at here. I feel bad.
Just add the notification squad. I will say, I have a feeling this might have different names across the region, so I'm willing to accept any. I'm willing to accept any
what would you
version.
call like a bread bun?
Yeah, and I know
Yeah.
tags can sometimes be called TIG in different regions as well.
See, that's what came to mind. Tig.
So
that used to be up north. Tig. I remember
now
that.
it's always tag for me. Always.
Yeah.
Always been
It's
tag.
always been tagged for me, but other people idiots.
But I'm
would
willing
call
to
them.
accept different answers, and I will. When we come back to this right at the very
Okay.
end, I will let you know what we used to call it.
I'm
basically.
not going to tag everyone, but I will go in general
That's fine.
chat and go. Please answer my question in Nostalgia Bit chat. Okay, so we just let them cook, and then
Yeah,
we
let them
to
cook.
that.
We'll come back at the very end, just to
Okay.
give them as much
Okay.
time as need.
Cool. That's fine.
Let's move on to question 2.
Oh god.
What is made by 2 people interloping a 4-foot circular string?
Bukaki? I don't know. What say that
Oh
again?
my god!
Sorry, I'm so lost.
What is made by 2 people by interloping 4 foot of circular string? I promise you, these are all things that
But
you
I
used to be able to
don't
do when we were in school.
String. What do you mean interloping?
So you used to get a circular string with 2 people, and you used to basically
Circular string. What
interlope
do you mean
it.
by circular string?
Like a piece of string that is connected
right
in a
okay.
circle.
Okay.
So-
Okay.
And you used to hold it on your fingers, and you used to interlope it and put your fingers through it, and bring parts back and create patterns and stuff. And it's got a name.
Weaving. I don't know.
Incorrect, George.
It's where
It's
I'm gonna lose
called-
my money.
It's called a cat's cradle. Never heard
Who
of it?
fucking knows that? Who knows that?
Really?
Who knows that?
Really?
Genuinely, I have not a clue. I've never heard that in my life.
Damn, crazy.
Damn.
Number 3. What is the name of the violent game where people run across a space attempting not to get tackled by people who have already been tackled?
I know that one. It's Bulldog.
Well done. That is £200 for you, George. The
Or
correct
depending
answer
on where you are,
is
fighters and bombers, that can also
Bulldog.
be quite
Yeah,
dangerous.
that can also be. Yeah, that can also. But yes, the correct answer is Bulldog. Well done, George.
Bulldog. Yeah, that was
And I
banned
put-
before
I
I
put-
even started that joining
So
that school.
we used to play a version of it where you used to tag people, and it got stopped because it was bulldog and too violent. That's why I said violent game.
I don't
That's how
understand
they
why
used to say it in
bulldog
our
is
school.
too violent, man. That's just fun.
Yeah.
Let people breathe, man.
Let people tackle, man, on concrete.
1984.
Question 4, George. This test is described as a multi-stage fitness aerobic test. What test is it?
Hang on. Because when you said multi-stage, a certain thing came to my mind. But I don't know if I'm right.
The test is described as a multi-stage fitness aerobic test.
Aerobic is what's putting me off.
Might be what you think it is.
Look, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna make a guess because I don't know what else it could be, and I think that's always the best. That's always the best mentality. If you don't know what it is, but you could think of one potential answer, just say that.
Yeah.
Because what's the worst alternative? You say something complete batshit, and then it ends up being the daft answer that you thought might be too stupid. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say the bleep test.
Well done. It is indeed the bleep test.
Come on, man.
I discovered today that this is also called the beep test, and I had a full crisis today thinking that I'd been hearing it incorrectly my entire life. But the correct answer is the bleep test, George. That is another £200.
I quite like the bleep test, man. I was kind of insane. It was kind of insane to like unleash that on the children of the nation. Yeah. But like, fun.
I used to enjoy doing it when you used to do it as teams. That was always when I used to find it quite good.
Oh yeah. It was like a relay.
Yeah. Question 5, George. The final question of this playground/yard round/school round, I guess it probably is, for £200. This childhood game involves you lowering your head and raising one of your fingers. What is the name of this game?
Well, that's the thing is, if you changed the word of. Oh wow, you've made that incredibly difficult. Oh, what's the childhood game when you put your head down and your thumb up?
Actually, no, sorry. The question says lowering your head and raising one of your fingers. It never specifies which.
It's a thumb a finger?
Yes, I googled this. I actually googled it when I was doing the question. Googled is a thumb classed as a finger, and it said yes.
You know that would be the question I would ask. It's heads down, thumbs up.
It is heads down, thumbs up. Well done, George.
Don't think I ever played this, you know.
Did you not? I did in primary school.
No.
We used to in primary school. No. Well done, George. You've done very well on that round. Generally one of my biggest worries for this was that all of these were so niche that you just would not. The commercials one and this one, I was worried, but I'm so glad you've got the back end ones. The cat's cradle thing was basically they used to have massive basically pieces of string that used to connect to both ends, and you used to get two people, and you basically just like loot them. You get a finger and you tuck it and then bring it back. It's hard to do without thinking it, but.
I see what you mean. I don't think I've ever done that.
And we had them.
Should we check to see if Discord got the right answer?
Would you? We can have a look now. You can have a look as it goes through. If you think there's an answer, then we can do it now. But I was allowing you to give you the longest time you might need. Do you want to discuss what Discord said? What? Do I need to open Discord?
No, let me read this.
Yeah.
So we've got two answers. One is from Hoovy Vortex, who said truce or truce term or something like that. I used to call it crosses.
Oh.
And then Noir said, in Scotland, there is no surrender. You get called a pussy if you quit. Which is how it should be. That's exactly what I was
true. That is how it should be. Would you like to lock in that answer, or would you like to give it a little bit more time?
I'll give it a bit more time. I'll get back. We'll get back to that one.
We'll come back. We'll do this round. We'll come back at the end. George, you have one round left today.
Can I ask again? What does the Tesco reduction actually do that's positive, other than just get rid of my money?
No. So what it does is you get the answer correct. So I will give you the answer, but you only get half of the money that the question's for.
Man, I should have went for the fucking cat's basket cradle one on that.
So for this next round, £150 per answer. If you choose to use the Tesco yellow sticker reduction, you will get 75 for it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to try and get all these right then out of pride.
Yeah. George, this is the what year round, £150 per answer. Wow. I'm going to give you, whether it's a game, whether it's a movie, whether it is a piece of equipment, and you've got to tell me what year these came out.
Okay.
Happy?
Okay.
There's 10.
Yes. Cool. There's 10.
10 of these ones.
10 questions.
Damn. Yeah, there's 10 questions for this one, and I'm just going to give you the title. George, Number 1, can you tell me what year GTA 5 Grand Theft Auto 5 came out?
2013, November.
Well done, George. 2013 is the correct answer.
Damn fucking right it is.
That is another 100. That's 150 in the bank for you.
Yeah,
Question 2.
Okay.
Can you tell me what year Crash Twinsanity came out?
You're a cunt for that one. You know that. You're a grade A twat for that. Because if I get this wrong, I'm going to be depressed.
Poor George, there's a couple on here that if you get them wrong, you're going to be depressed.
Oh, brilliant. Can't wait for that. It's between two. I'm between two.
Would you like to tell me what the two that you're humming and hawing with are? 2004
and 2005. I'm going to say 2005.
That is incorrect. It is 2004, George.
Fuck! I knew it would be. Fucking hell. That's bollocks.
£150 lost because you didn't know what year Crash Twinsanity came out. That is very sad, George. I'm not going to lie. Question 3, though. Let's see if you can redeem yourself.
Okay.
What year did the first Iron Man come out?
2008.
Well done, George.
Yeah,
that is another £150. All right. Whoa. Okay. No, that's too easy. Question 4, George. What year did the PlayStation 2 come out?
Fucked if I know with that one. I want to say. I'm between a few on this one. I'm gonna say 2001.
Oh, so close.
2002.
It was the year 2000 it came out.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, dead on the year 2000.
I wouldn't have got
that is another £150 lost for this round. George, question 5. I had to go digging for this one to try and find this.
Oh, good. That's good. That's a good one, Cooper. Yeah,
what year?
What is digging for the most obscure ones, but that's good. That's good.
What year did the Yogcast Minecraft Part 1 How to Survive the Night come out?
Oh, you're a twat. You're actually a twat. I can't believe you did this to me. I'm glad we left this
the
one
first
so
episode of Shadow of Israel.
Hang on, are we talking Shadow of Israel? Are we talking...
I googled Shadow of Israel and went on a playlist, and this was the first episode.
Minecraft How to Survive the First Night.
The title is Yogcast Minecraft Part 1 How to Survive the Night.
2009.
That's the episode. Incorrect. 2010.
Fuck! They were so close.
You are so close on so
Every
many
time.
of these. That is another £150 down the drain,
Israel was
George.
like 2000, 10, 11 though. I thought it was before. Not before enough.
Not before enough.
This is my Joker origin story.
George, question 6. What year did the Xbox One come out? Oh, he is contemplating.
2013.
Well done. It is indeed
same as
2013.
GTA 5,
it is.
yeah.
That is another £150 in the bank, George. Well done. Next question. Question 7. What year did X, formerly known as Twitter, come out? I want to know when Twitter released. No idea.
I'll take a reduction on this one.
We take a reduction.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not going to get it.
It is 2006.
Yeah, I don't think I would have got that, you know.
I really don't. And I googled it. I didn't think I would either. So that's £75 you're going to get for that one.
Okay,
George.
I'll take something.
That's better than that. You have used all 3 of your lifelines now, George, so no pressure.
It's okay.
No pressure at all.
So I've lost all my dignity and pride anyway, it's fine.
Well, there's more to lose in these last 3, I'll tell you that much.
Off, man.
Question 8. What year did Batman Arkham Asylum release?
2009.
Well done, George. That is another £150.
Come on, man.
You are buzzing with these. I'm loving this. That's another £150. Question 9. What year did the Ace Creeper, now known as the GV Sheard channel, release its first video / start, because it's the same year?
What are you counting as the first video?
Whatever's on YouTube that says
Minecraft How to Survive
the
the First Night. 2013, 29th of April, 2013.
Well done, George.
I think you were going to tell me I was wrong there. I was going to kick your head in.
I believe the channel origin is the 13th of April.
Yes, it will be. It will be.
Something like that.
The actual first video was 29th.
Yeah.
Had to get those production pipelines going, you know what I mean?
Of course.
Had to get all the producers in and stuff. Yeah.
Gotta stop pumping. Of course. Gotta get the pipeline. Final question for this round, George. Question 10.
Yeah.
What year did Minecraft release?
On what? PC?
The original. I want the original date. So when it moved from beta into official 1.0.
2009.
2011, George.
Bollocks. Came out in 2009. It came out in 2009, I'm telling you. When did Minecraft
beta?
Oh, don't start with that.
When
did Minecraft come out? Google it. When did Minecraft come out?
Hang on.
Initial
After
release
going
date,
through alpha
17th
and
of
beta
May.
versions, the full version released on the 18th of November 2011. And
Fuck
I did
off.
specify.
Initial release date,
I did
17th of May
specify.
2009.
I specified the full version, George.
You're a twat. I thought
Now,
it was the full
because
version.
because I'm a great host, George.
No, you're not.
And
You're
I love
shit.
you so dearly. I'll give you £75 for this one. Okay.
No, it's okay. I don't want your sympathy.
You know what? That's fuck off then. That's
Take
fine.
it. Take it. I don't give a fuck. Hang on.
That's
Let me.
fine.
I've got a timeline here. Yeah. Okay. I'll get. Oh no. I'll fair play. I'll give you that. I thought it was released in 2009. They did release it in 2009, but it was literally the first version of the game.
Yeah.
Pre-classic. Yeah. It's not even.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
George, that is the end of our final round.
My God.
Well done for making it through the turmoil. You've done very well.
I think we now have to see if we've got that question right. Don't we?
Shall we have a look at Discord and see what we think?
Yeah, people don't.
Is this that niche? Do I need to pull up Discord for this?
Okay, I'm going to lock in truce. It's the only answer that seems... Or pause in Ireland, apparently.
Oh.
I'm going to say truce.
You're going to say truce, and that's what they think it's called in there. Yeah? George, I'm going to accept that because it has different names in different regions of the country, as I said, Tig and Tag. In our region, when I was in school and we were in school, it was called skin cheese.
Fuck off! That's bollocks!
Dead serious. You used to go, someone who was a Tag, used to go, I'm on skin cheese.
I'm on
You used to cross your finger and I'm on skin cheese.
In Newcastle city centre, that could sound like some sort of legal drug.
Legal high.
Illegal high.
It probably is nowadays. Our generation's old enough now to do that.
What was it? Skin cheese?
Skin cheese. Like skin.
Yeah, man. Have you got a new pack of fucking skin cheese lately? I'm on skin cheese, man. I can't go to the shops. I'm on skin cheese, man.
It's like bail.
Yeah, man.
It's like you're out on bail.
like house arrest.
I'm on skin cheese. Yeah, I'm on skin cheese.
Skin cheese, man. I gotta leave the house, man. I'm on skin cheese.
I'm on skin cheese.
Give it a rest, man.
Now, George, that is all 4 rounds. How are you feeling? Have you enjoyed today? That's the first question. Have you enjoyed?
Yeah,
my surprise episode.
I did. I've thoroughly enjoyed it up until the Crash to Insanity question.
And then he crashed out.
Yeah. Valid as well, I reckon.
Valid. On our nice little game show here, we do have to do Just News before you give you the final total.
Oh.
So let's leave a little bit of suspense. And do you know what? This has actually worked out perfectly because speaking of skin cheese and speaking of cheese, my Just News story today, again, found by the wonderful Elle, who finds a lot of our Just News stories, the GOAT. We have from BBC News, man arrested after high-value cheese theft. He must have been on skin cheese.
I was gonna say I didn't think they'd find out about that, but fuck, I have to start running.
A 63-year-old man has been arrested
Wow.
after hundreds of truckles of cheddar with more than £300,000 were stolen from London cheese specialist Neil's Yard Dairy. On the 21st of October, police received a report of the theft from the manufacturer based in Southwark. What?
Such a stupid fucking story.
This is a Wallace and Gromit episode. Wait,
£300,000 worth of cheese.
Yeah. Bro's just hungry. The man was taken to South London Police Station where he was questioned. He has been bailed pending further inquiries, which are ongoing.
Oh, he's on skin cheese then?
He's on skin cheese.
Yeah, man, I'm on skin cheese. I fucking nicked 300 grand of cheese, like.
I didn't do it, man. I didn't do it. Fraudsters posing as legitimate wholesalers received the 950 cloth-bound cheeses from the Southwark-based company before it was realised they were a fake firm. More than 22 tonnes of the 3 artisan cheddars, Harvard Welsh, Westcombe and Pitchfork, were all award-winning and have a high monetary value were taken. Neil's Yard Dairy sells Harvard Welsh for £12.90 per 300 grams a piece.
That's a little bit steep.
Well, I have no judge of what cheese prices are like, so I'm going off your word. Westcombe cost for £7.15 for 250 grams, and Pitchfork was priced at £11 for 250 grams.
That is mental. Pitchfork.
I'll
be fucking bringing Pitchfork to that price.
He was justified to steal it. Neil's Yard said it still paid the producers of the cheese, so the individual dairies would not have to bear the costs. It is now trying to deal with a financial setback, a spokesperson has said. A small...
I'm so confused. So hang on. Did he have to pay?
I don't know. It's like he just got bailed. Like that's all that happened. Nothing else. Like he just got put on bail. That was it. Nothing else was said.
Oh, but but he's just, right. But he then owes them the money. Then I'm sorry that you're putting the business out of stock. Also, does anyone actually need like
300 grand worth of cheese?
£300,000 worth of cheese?
Probably
it's
not.
like the shittest like Breaking Bad spin-off I've ever seen.
Breaking
like,
cheddar.
What? it could be
Breaking skin cheese.
It could be Breaking Bad, couldn't it?
Very good. Very, very, very good one, George. Very, very, very good. Very good. I'm very impressed with that. Very, very, very good.
Thank you.
Shall we find out your grand total for
please. I hope it's
today?
300 grand. Let's
George,
see how much. Could you not tell me the cash, but could you tell me how many items of cheese I could buy?
You could get a 100th of whatever that 22 tons of cheese is.
3 grand.
You've won £3,225, George.
Wow. So is that going to be? Sorry,
that will be. Oh, hang on.
Or do you want my bank details?
Hang on. Sorry, hang on.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What? Sorry. What?
Right?
What? What do you mean? What do you mean we can't? What do you mean we can't afford the big check? Well, if we can't afford the big check, then we can't afford to pay him.
It's all right, mate.
The fuck do you mean we make no money? What?
Just take it out of your fucking wages, mate. It's all right.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Nostalgia Bait. If you are listening on Spotify, please leave us a hearty 5-star review.
Sorry,
it really does help. And leave a comment if you've been playing along of what you got for your score and how much money you would have earned. I hope you got more than George.
How much are you making from this?
If you are watching on YouTube,
how much cheese are you being given for this?
Please subscribe because we are on the road to 500 subsubscribers. Leave a like and a comment on this video as well. If you've enjoyed, please check out Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all of the socials, and we'll be back next week for a Superman review because it is finally Superman release day.
Can I get some Wednesday Day off you?
Roll credits, please. Roll credits.